In this video, I will explain heating effect of electric current, also known as Joule's law. Dear students, here I am showing the appliances that convert electric energy into heat energy like press, immersion rod, water geyser, room heater, microwave ovens, bulb, etc. Now, when electric current is allowed to pass through these devices, they start heating. Inside these devices, there are a special type of conductor which have very high resistance, high melting points and converts electric energy into heat energy. These are made of alloys. Generally, we use tungsten, nichrome for our heating purpose. Nowadays, more superior alloys which converts electric energy into heat energy are available, but it is not in your syllabus. Now let's see some important question based on alloy which is already asked in board exam or can be asked in futures. What is alloy? Why alloy is used for making heating elements? It is very important question. Which alloy is generally used for electric heating devices? Nichrome is alloy of which element? Give percent wise. Melting point of tungsten and nichrome is. These are some important questions. I will explain all these questions. Now see what is alloy. It is made up of two or more elements of which at least one is a metal. Means if you want to form alloy, then you have to choose at least one metal and other one may be insulator. But at least one metal is required. We mix elements in molten states and when they become cool, again it forms solid. Now see the most important question related with alloys. Why alloys is preferred for making heating elements? I am explaining with the help of nichrome, which is most popular alloy used for making heating element. Nichrome is a good conductor of electricity, means electricity can pass through it. Nichrome doesn't melt even at high temperature because its temperature handling capacity is around 1400 degrees Celsius. It means it not oxidize even at this high temperature and not one completely means damage. And most important, it has very high resistivity to electric current means electric current can't pass through it easily. So more electric energy converted into heat energy, which is our main requirement. Nichrome is a mixture made of nickel 80% and chromium 20% approx, represented as NiCr. Its melting point 1400 degrees Celsius and for tungsten around 3400 degrees Celsius. Now let us see the definition of heating effect of electric current. When electric current is supplied to a purely resistive conductor like nichrome, the energy of electric current is dissipated entirely in the form of heat and as a result resistor gets heated. The heating of resistor due to dissipation of electric energy known as heating effect of electric current. इसका मतलब यह है जब हम इलेक्ट्रिक करंट को हाई रेसिस्टेंस वाले कंडक्टर में सप्लाई करते हैं जैसा कि निक्रोम तो ये जो इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी है वो डेसिपेट हो जाती है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट और इसी डेसिपेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी को हीट एनर्जी में जो हमारी चेंज हुई कहा जाता है हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट और इन शॉर्ट heat produced by high resistance conductor when electric current passed referred as heating effect of electric current. Now let us see the derivation of formula which gives the relation between electric energy and heat developed. For this purpose we need three formula. V is equal to work done upon charge, V equal to IR and I is equal to Q upon T. We will derive the formula for conversion of electric energy into heat energy. For this we need three formula. One is voltage equal to work done upon charge. V is equal to IR, that is from Ohm's law, and third one is I is equal to Q upon T, flow of charge with respect to time is called current. Now in next step, can I multiply V
and Q cross multiply? Yes, V cross multiplied, that is V into Q. Then work done is equal to V into Q. V is equal to IR as it is, and here also I will cross multiply I and T, that is Q is equal to IT. Now in next step I will substitute value of V and Q from here. V is equal to IR and Q is equal to IT. I substitute V, that is equal to IR here, and Q is equal to IT here. Now work done is equal to I into R into I into T. I, that is I square, R and T as it is. Means work done is equal to I square RT. Now I am assuming all work done by electrical energy converted into heat energy. मीन्स मैंने एज्यूम कर लिया कि सारा का सारा जो इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी ने आपका जो वर्क डन किया वो सारा का सारा हीट एनर्जी में चेंज हुआ। एक्चुअली एजप्शन इसलिए लेते हैं कि कुछ हमारी हीट एनर्जी सारी की सारी इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी हीट में चेंज नहीं होती इसलिए, लेकिन ये आपके क्लास के लेवल के अबव है इसलिए मैं यहाँ एक्सप्लेन नहीं करूंगा, इट इज इन 12th क्लास। देन वर्क डन आई एम एज्यूम कन्वर्टेड इनटू हीट एनर्जी, just assuming that is equal to I square RT. Now, I have also written V is voltage, I is current, T is time, Q is charge, and WD is the work done. So, in this way, you can derive the formula. Now, see, we already find the formula, that is H equal to I square RT, where H is the heat produced by electric current, and I is current, R is resistance, and T is the time. This is known as Joule's law of heating. In exam question asked, explain Joule's law of heating, then you have to write this formula. After that you have to explain. Or question can be asked, derive the Joule's law of heating, then you have to do same derivation that already performed, जो हमने अभी किया ये फॉर्मूले फाइंड आउट करने के लिए। ये क्वेश्चन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, ध्यान में रखना है आपको। नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू जूल्स लॉ, हीट प्रोड्यूस इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल, मींस जो आपकी हीट प्रोड्यूस हो रही है इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास करने से उस इलेक्ट्रिकल इक्विपमेंट में जो कन्वर्ट कर रहा है इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी को हीट एनर्जी में, वो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होती है स्क्वायर ऑफ द करंट के। सी है डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होती है रेसिस्टेंस, मींस जिसमें आप पास कर रहे हो उस पर्टिकुलर वायर का एलिमेंट का रेसिस्टेंस होगा। डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होती है टाइम की, मींस आप जो करंट पास आउट कर रहे हो उस पर्टिकुलर इलेक्ट्रिकल इक्विपमेंट में कितने टाइम की कर रहे हो, 1 घंटे के लिए, 2 घंटे के लिए। तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन 3 फैक्टर्स, करंट, रेसिस्टेंस एंड टाइम। हीट प्रोड्यूस in a particular electrical appliances which is made for converting electric energy into heat energy like heater depends on current passed in it, depends on resistance value and depends on time। इन 3 फैक्टर से डिपेंड करता है। तो क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में बोर्ड में ऐसा भी पूछा गया है कि ऑन विच फैक्टर्स हीट एनर्जी डेवलप्ड इन एन इलेक्ट्रिक डिवाइस डिपेंड्स, देन इट डिपेंड्स ऑन करंट, रेसिस्टेंस एंड टाइम। Now, also can be asked, heat energy develops in electric device depends on which factor and in what respect। and in what respect का क्या मतलब है, means directly proportional है या inversely proportional, that is directly proportional। directly proportional है आपके पास करंट के, रेसिस्टेंस के और टाइम के। नाउ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल का मीनिंग क्या होता है तो वो अभी आपको मैं बता रहा हूँ। डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल की ये मीनिंग है, इफ आई इंक्रीज द वैल्यू ऑफ करंट देन हीट इज ऑल्सो इंक्रीज। इफ आई इंक्रीज द वैल्यू ऑफ रेसिस्टेंस देन द हीट प्रोड्यूस इज ऑल्सो इंक्रीज, एंड इफ आई इंक्रीज द टाइम ड्यूरेशन देन हीट प्रोड्यूस ऑल्सो इंक्रीज। मीन्स एक को बढ़ाने से दूसरी क्वांटिटी बढ़ जा रही है। मीन्स करंट बढ़ाया हीट बढ़ गई, रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ाया हीट बढ़ गई, टाइम बढ़ाया हीट बढ़ गई, वाइस वर्सा। करंट कम किया हीट कम हो गई, रेजिस्टेंस कम किया हीट कम हो गई, टाइम कम कर दिया हीट एनर्जी कम हो गई। तो ये हमारे पास रिलेशन होता है डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल का। और इसको अभी डिटेल में और हम लोग देखेंगे किस तरह से एक्सप्लेन किएंगे। मैं एग्जांपल लेके आपको और समझाऊंगा। यू ऑलरेडी फाइंड द फॉर्मूला दैट इज H इक्वल टू आई स्क्वायर आर टी एंड ऑल्सो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड H इज डायरेक्टली फ्रंट टू आई स्क्वायर। नाउ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग, मैंने आपको बताया था आई की वैल्यू अगर इंक्रीज करते हैं तो हीट एनर्जी डेवलप वो भी क्या होगी, इंक्रीज हो जाएगी। तो मैं इसे एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ, कॉन्सेप्ट आपका क्लियर हो जाए। तो मैंने उसके लिए क्या किया, मैंने फर्स्ट केस लिया जिसमें मैं उस वायर में जो इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी को कन्वर्ट कर रहा है हीट एनर्जी में, उसमें 1 एम्पियर का करंट उसमें अप्लाई किया। तो करंट की जगह मैंने यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया 1, H इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू 1। तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास हीट एनर्जी डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू 1 एम्पियर जो उसमें पास कर रहा है वो डेवलप होगी। अब मैंने करंट की वैल्यू को चेंज किया और 2 एम्पियर यहाँ पे हमने मान लिया। ठीक है, करंट 1 से 2 हो गया, क्या हो गया, डबल हो गया। अब हीट एनर्जी डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू आई स्क्वायर होती तो 2 का स्क्वायर क्या होगा, 4। तो व्हाट यू विल सी हियर, हीट इज एनर्जी नाउ 4 टाइम्स। यहाँ पे क्या हो, 4 गुना बढ़ गई। तो अगर हम करंट की वैल्यू डबल करते हैं तो हीट एनर्जी जो डेवलप होगी वो 4 टाइम्स बढ़ जाएगी। ये एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है, आपको ध्यान रखना है कि अगर क्वेश्चन ऐसा पूछते हैं, इफ करंट पासिंग थ्रू ए कंडक्टर दैट इज यूज्ड टू कन्वर्ट इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी इनटू हीट एनर्जी इज डबल्ड, देन व्हाट इज द इम्पैक्ट ऑन हीट एनर्जी डेवलप्ड। तो आपका आंसर होगा दैट इज 4 टाइम्स, 4 गुना बढ़ जाएगी। आप देख सकते हो आ गया। इसी तरह अगर आप, मैंने थर्ड केस में दिखाया है, करंट की वैल्यू मैंने क्या कर दी, हाफ। मान लो पहले 1 एम्पियर जा रहा था, अब कितनी जा रहा है, 1/2 एम्पियर। तो मैंने इसकी जगह 1/2 लिखा। 1/2 स्क्वायर क्या होगा, 1/4। तो इन दिस केस हीट एनर्जी डेवलप्स इज 1/4 टाइम्स। क्या हो जाएगा, 1/4 टाइम हो जाएगा टोटल हीट एनर्जी डेवलप्ड का, मीन्स रिड्यूस हो जाएगी इस केस में। तो ये आपके पास एनालिसिस था H डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू I स्क्वायर। सिमिलरली फॉर रेसिस्टेंस, see here it is heat energy, I am taking the value of resistance first 2 ohm. Now I substituted here in place of R, what you will see, H directly proportional to, now I will take 4 ohm, then in place of 2 ohm I will write 4 ohm. It means it is also directly proportional, already explained. Now if we are increasing the value of resistance, see here you have taken 2, then 2 times increase. Here you have taken 4 ohm, then 4 times increase. Means how much times you are taking, in the same way heat energy also increase. Same in the case of time. If you are using your equipment, heating equipment for more time, heat energy produced will be more. So in this way, this is the complete explanation of this Joule's law of heating. It is very important question, or numerical question also asked on this basis. We already derived this formula, H equal to I square RT, and we also know that E is equal to P into T. Now I will give 2 more expression to find out heating effect of electric current formula. For this we use the concept that energy is what, energy developed here, that is heat energy or any energy that is given by the product of power into time. Here this is energy, I replaced with heat energy. Then heat and energy are same because we are in this expression we are converting electric energy into heat energy. So I change this energy by H. Then I write H equal to P into T. Definitely we can write. Now after this we also know that power is equal to voltage into current, that is P equal to VI. So in place of this P, can I replace with VI? Yes, definitely. I substitute the value of VI here, power here, that is VI, V into I. Now our new formula for heat developed in a circuit by electric current is V multiplied with I multiplied with time. that is H equal to VIT. V is voltage, I is current, and T is the time. In your board exam, question already asked, find the derivation for heat energy developed in a circuit due to electric current in terms of voltage, current, and time. There is no any explanation about resistance. See, here it is R, and here it is, there is no R. So when you have to find the formula for heat energy in terms of voltage, current, time, use this derivation. Now, third formula for heat energy developed, you also know that from Ohm's law, that is V equal to IR. Then V is equal to IR, then can I write V is equal to IR? Then here I want to replace I, then can I write V upon R is equal to I? Definitely V upon R, I replace this I by V upon R. Now the formula is V square upon R multiplied with T. See, second one and third formula. Here, when in your question resistance value is given, current value is given, time is given, use this formula. When potential difference or voltage, current, and time is given, then use this formula. And when voltage, time, and resistance is given, use this formula. And when only power and time is given, use this formula. So in this way, you can see the heat energy developed is given by the formula this one, this one, this one. And when sometimes when only power and time is given, then you can use this formula for solving numerical. I hope clear होगा. और एक आपको शॉर्ट टेक्निक और आपको बता दूं, आपको पावर के फॉर्मूले में टाइम मल्टीप्लाई कर देना है, that becomes formula for heat energy developed. Here you can see E is equal to P into T. Put here P is equal to VI. Then this you can see this formula. मिल गया आपको ये वाला formula VI into T. We also know that P is equal to I square R. Put here P is equal to I square R. Then see ये formula आपको मिल गया. Also we know that P is equal to V square upon R. Put here P is equal to V square upon R multiplied with T. यहाँ पे आपको ये वाला फॉर्मूला मिल गया. तो सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है. अगर आपको पावर का फॉर्मूले याद है, पावर के आपको मैंने 3 फॉर्मूले बताए थे, प्रीवियस वीडियो में ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन किया है मैंने, तो उसमें आप टाइम का मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, इट बिकम्स एनर्जी फॉर्मूला. आई होप आपको ये कॉन्सेप्ट बिल्कुल क्लियर हो गया होगा. सी ए न्यूमेरिकल based on to find out heat energy developed, and also I will make a separate video in which numerical questions related with power, related with energy, I will include. And also I will suggest that you must see my previous videos in which I have explained how we can solve numerical easily. So let's start with this numerical. Here, how much amount of heat is generated by a device of 14 watt produced in half hour when voltage is 70 volt. First you have to write the data. What is given? Power is equal to 14 watt is given, voltage 70 volt is given, and time is how much given? Half hour. Now we know the formula. There are so many formula to finding out heat energy, but which formula we will choose? Here power is given, voltage is given, and time is given. We know that the one easy formula, that is E is equal to P into T. That is the best option. Only have to multiply two quantities. Now here time is given in hour, so we'll convert in second. 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. Then half hour is equal to 1800 second. Okay. Now I will put the value. Here energy is equal to heat energy developed. Power is given 40 watt and time is given 1800 second. Now multiply these two. 18 multiplied with 4 that is 32, 2 here, 3, 7, and after that 8 and 1, 2, 15 and 252 multiplied with this one 25200, and the unit of power is watt and the unit of time is second. It means watt second, and all of you know watt second, that is joule. So 25200 joules heat energy developed when particular device used for half hour. आई होप ये न्यूमेरिकल आपको क्लियर होगा, और कुछ क्वेश्चंस मैं आपको इस वीडियो के असाइनमेंट पे दूंगा, उसे आप सॉल्व करना, और न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व इजीली कैसे करें वो वीडियो आप जरूर देखना.
Now see the applications of heating effect of electric current means आपका ये जो heating effect है उसका कहाँ यूज होता है. One of the most important board question that is related with electrical fuse. The question asked the working principle of electric fuse, or you can say electric fuse wire. The working principle of electric fuse wire is the heating effect of electric current. You must remember this question. The fuse wire is also made of alloy, that is tin and lead. When high electric current pass through it, due to heating effect of current, it melts and protect our devices or electrical appliances. Other applications are used in electric iron, electric heater, electric geyser, electric immersion rod. All these use heating effect of electric current. Now this topic completed. Now I am giving assignment questions. All of you have to solve these questions, very important for board examination, and you have to submit in your group. Thank you very much.